Okay, guys, we're back with another episode of Let Me Finish, the podcast where we don't let people finish, but we're going to try to this time. I'm your host, Janice.
I'm Jillian.
All right, guys, we're going to jump right in. So, we are going over episode 8 and 9 of Love Island. We're going to recap it and review it, give our unfiltered opinions, as we so love to do. Okay, so jumping right in. See, where did we end last episode?
So episode 8.
The dump.
The end of season. I'm sorry, season.
Oh no,
Episode 7. The audience could vote, but the app crashed. So, what do you remember? Who you coupled the bombshells with?
I mean, I was one of the people who couldn't vote because of the crash, but I would have voted Soul and Sincere. I would have voted Kenzie and Caleb, and I would have voted Gabe and Bea. Gabe and Jen.
Okay, so I was actually able to register, log on, and vote, and I voted Sincere and Soul.
Okay.
Then I voted for, of course, Kenzie and Caleb. And then actually for Jen, I actually voted for Jen actually voted for, who did I vote for?
Because I didn't know who else.
Corbin. I put Jen with Corbin.
Made sense, but the producers probably would have never let that happen.
So I was thinking, like, is there any possibility? But that's what I was thinking. If my votes had went through, then it would have meant that Melanie would have went home if I had gotten my way.
Yes, right.
Because the only person that would.
There's only been one person vulnerable.
Yes. Which would have been Melanie.
Gotcha. I think... So likely what they would have done is they would have done the normal thing. I honestly think the reason why they did not do the normal thing where the Islanders get to vote somebody out is because they wanted to keep like things still going with Corbin and Melanie. So I think they like once they realized like where the votes were going to end up, they went ahead and like changed it up a bit. Because the last 2 seasons, that's how it went. So all of a sudden y'all change it up. It's just interesting.
Yeah, I just thought that was because I was just like, I know, because I felt like, and this is 8 and 9 were very jarring to me because I'm new to this whole process. I felt like there was a lot of stuff missing. I felt like something must have happened that they're not putting in the episode. And I was just like,
yeah, but that's bound to happen.
Things just turned so quickly. I'm just like, I don't understand. Things left off so good at the end of 7.
Who left off good?
Couple. I felt like Bryce and Trinity kind of left off really well. And then episode 8, I was just like, what the hell?
Tired of true. I can't remember. I just
because that's when.
Oh, they did because she recoupled with him and picked him, and they did.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get into the episode. So it does open up with Melanie and Anaya talking, and Melanie telling Anaya that she fucked up because she's just like, yeah, I messed up. I shouldn't have done what I did, and I feel bad about it overall. Right. So once again, Anaya's mothering. Like
I
throughout
cannot
this whole
stand
episode,
that.
you're gonna the next 2 episodes. Every time Anaya is like talking with somebody, I'm like, Mother Anaya, Anaya, and then Sincere.
I'm like, it's not
talk.
like, and I feel like she doesn't even give the best advice. That's the part. You're
like
mothering, but you don't give the best advice.
Cookie cutter advice, like this is what you're supposed to say. That's what you're supposed to do. What I mean, she has a good connection, so I guess nothing's been tested for her, but we'll see. She's probably going to have a rude awakening. It is Love Island, so we will see with her. But then Sincere and the boys are talking, and then like Sincere is just not clear. I don't feel like Sincere is being clear with Soul. I don't feel like Sincere's being clear with Melanie, and he's not even being clear with the boys. Like he's still not even saying what he wants to do. You're trying to sit there and say, I want to explore both, but then you go and tell both of those girls like something opposite. And
here's the thing, and that's what we were just talking about. Is just like Sincere's lying for no good reason. I'm just like, you're
Yeah.
on Love
Like,
Island.
do you think he's just
This is
trying to
a
make
part
Melanie?
of
Go ahead.
I just feel like you're lying for no reason. And then I'm like, oh, you know what? It kind of goes back to when they were revealing secrets when he talked about, well, I've texted other girls while I've been in relationships, and and I was just like, but doesn't everybody do that? I'm like, no, everybody does
Well,
not
okay,
do
everybody,
that.
everybody doesn't do that, but I
Hmm.
think what he meant is like, hasn't everybody? Not everybody, but yeah, no. The answer is nobody's. It shouldn't be an everybody thing, but I get where he's saying, like, even especially when you're super young, like texting.
Yeah.
So I get that, but yeah, I do think it's a testament to probably who he has been in the past. He says he's changed, but I mean, everything
Hmm.
that he's been doing is screaming, "You have not changed." So I don't know what
Right.
you're talking about. So I don't like the way Sincere's moving as it stands. Like, I am just not feeling Sincere right now at all. So
Me neither. And I was just like, damn it. I was rooting for you. And then he went and messed it up. And I was just
mm-hmm.
like, because yeah, with episode seven was Soul and Sincere. We're talking more, trying
They
to
kissed all
get
those
a
different
connection.
times.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And look, and I was just like, oh, okay, there's a connection. I felt like, okay, my vote was good. And then I was just like, okay, we're doing this. And
Oh
then
yeah.
it completely went it was just like episode 9. It was just like, what the hell? And I was
Well,
just
yeah, and
like,
I think bear in mind, Julian, like you're going to see like this. This is how Love Island works. You like will see this solid couple, and then something will come in and just fuck it up. So
right,
it like anything can change any day on Love Island. That's why everybody's like, unless they're locked in, is what they call it. Like I'm closed off, what they call it, or whatever.
mm-hmm,
The idea is that at any point these people could just jump around to the next person and you need to be prepared for that. And yeah, and so going on to Corbin and Kenzie because they have a conversation next, and I'm just like, Kenzie, because this is like she has kissed Caleb, the
mm-hmm.
new bombshell. She's just now telling Corbin that she kissed him and he asked for a kiss and she did it. And so I'm just like, she immediately is like, but I was thinking about you. I was like, bullshit.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
gonna call
exactly,
bullshit.
girl. We all
Like
knew who you wanted to
bullshit.
be
You were
with.
not thinking about
Yeah,
Corbin.
yeah, exactly.
Like, and then I can tell like he started feeling insecure. I could tell something in his head shifted. Like he is like very much telling her, "I'm okay. Yeah, it's fine. You're being honest." But I was like, please, like, that's like, even if you don't like her, your spot is not secure, and I don't think he likes that. So I call bullshit. I knew from that second on that it was gonna get messier with him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because then
exactly.
immediately he says that he's gonna potentially explore Melanie right afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think. I mean, what did you think about that part? I mean, what do you think
I
about Corbin?
it was there was with Corbin, like I'm saying, he's playing the game, so I'm not mad at him for that. But I felt like, wait, hold on. Felt like, hold
Hmm?
on. I feel like my lighting went out. Hold on. Um,
Oh, I can still see
can you pause?
you. Hmm.
Can you pause the session?
Okay, technical difficulty, but we're back.
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, we were just making an adjustment, guys. Sorry. So we kind of left off with talking about Kenzie and Corbin, and just their attitude towards each other. Now, I will say, I thought during the conversation when Kenzie was talking about I've never had a roster, I was like, roster's crazy. Like, I would
Mm-hmm.
never tell a person on my roster I have a roster. Like, it's so rude.
Exactly. You're giving up the game, girl.
Yeah, I was like, don't say it's a roster. Make it seem like you're just, I mean, whatever. I guess it's Love Island, but I just thought it was funny because he immediately, I think that's what really put him off is when she said roster because his,
Um,
his attitude
but
changed.
here's the thing. As soon as Caleb came on, I'm just like, okay, that's Kenzie's man right there. I felt like they were the best connection.
Yeah.
And so with Corbin, I was like, yeah,
I feel
okay. I
like
wasn't
now it's
really
just,
bothered.
I feel like because she's kind of been physical with him now, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like, or I don't know if we've gotten to it, but they have been. I think
Mm-hmm.
that she just feels like, I'm sure there's feelings that develop because of that, but overall, I think if she's honest with herself, she knows that she's more interested in Caleb. So she
Yeah.
seems more. And then afterwards, when they were like, "We're good," like it's okay. Then she was just like, "Yeah, we're good, and I don't want to do the tit for tat, but low key he did it, so I'm gonna keep myself. I'm not gonna hold myself back." I was like, "So that's not what you just told him."
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm just like,
So
yeah,
I
communication is
wasn't when it
important.
came to Caleb. I'm like, to be honest, when it comes to Corbin, honestly, I'm just waiting for him to get kicked off the island. So I
Corbin. Well,
what?
now I feel
Yeah.
like he's gonna be a pretty big part, honestly, because of what happens at the end of episode 9. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I think
We'll
he'll
see what
be a pretty
happens,
big part.
but
So,
there's going to be drama. But yeah, I felt like there wasn't a challenge in episode 8,
mm-mm, mm-mm.
but that's when Bryce pulled Trinity and
They're my couple.
uh,
I love them.
Zach and says, "Hey, I'm gonna pull Kata," which that just came out of nowhere. I'm just like, what are you talking about? You've been focused on. You were like, okay, I like her. I want to focus on. I want to focus on Trinity. I like where this is going, and to the
Mm.
point where I thought Bryce was more into Trinity than Trinity was into Bryce, even though
I have felt
season
like that.
episode yeah, episode 7, she's like, no, I'm really falling for him. I really like him. She made it very much known, hey, I want more. I want to explore this. This is what I want.
Yeah.
And I was just like, which I've heard theories online. They're saying that maybe producers, because I guess in original, and I sent you this person. I guess she
I told
was
you that. I
on.
think maybe the producers are definitely putting like bugs in their ears and making them feel insecure about the connection. Yeah. I think that.
I think, yeah, it's telling them, hey, you can't be closed off. You have to try and explore with other people. And the theory online has been that Bryce decided to pull Kata because he knows, hey, she's not interested. We're just friends. And so,
Mm.
but then
Okay.
again, that's when episode 8 and 9 is when Zach lost some major cool points with me because I felt like you were being
He
an
an op.
op.
He's an op.
Yes. And I was
Period.
just like, what do you have against Trinity? This girl has clearly made it clearly known to the house that she
I
is
feel like,
falling
yeah,
deeper
you
for
said in
Bryce.
front of him, she said,
Yeah.
I'm really starting to like him.
Yeah, because
And
they were
so
in the kitchen and she's just like, or whatever that little table thing that they stand at to eat and drink and all that
mm-hmm,
stuff. And I'm just like, she goes, yeah, I'm really falling for Bryce.
mm,
And so I was just like, why would you then turn around and tell Bryce, which is supposed to be your friend? He said two weird things. When he goes, I don't think she's really that. I'm thinking I'm more into her than she is into me. He
mm-hmm.
goes, yeah, I don't think she's into you.
Quickly.
My, and I was just like,
Quickly.
what? And then he also said something really weird. He goes, yeah, I think the dynamic, which has Bryce as the third wheel, no matter what. I said, yeah, I think the dynamic between me, me,
He said,
you, and
when it's you, me, and
Kata is
Kata, I
way
like the
better.
dynamic better when it's you, me, Trinity, and Kata. And I'm like,
Mm, yeah, exactly.
what?
It was just like, that's
So you don't
weird.
even
I'm
want this
like,
girl around?
yeah,
Couple or
exactly.
not?
Yeah.
What the
And
fuck
I
does
was just
that
like,
mean?
what is his problem with
Yeah.
against Trinity? And I was just like, if you don't like Trinity, then that's fine and that's your friend. But I'm just like, your friend clearly likes him and wants to pursue
Well,
things
I
and
think
be would be happy. And I feel like you're trying to sabotage it for a
it's
hundred
that
thousand
too. Yeah,
dollars.
it's just like for me, it's just in these type of situations on Love Island, the emotions are already so heightened already. You already know the idea is to explore, especially not your typical like your typical type. So I'm just like, why would
Mm-hmm.
you double down on his insecurity that he's maybe having because he's just like I'm unsure like or she said this and you're just like yeah I don't think she likes you. I don't think you're
Yeah.
happy, man. I don't think you're happy.
Like I
Like
feel
I
like
was
if
like, dang, like
yeah, because
I
I
didn't
feel
like
like
it.
if they
I didn't
if
like it.
Bryce and Trinity were friends with like Casey and Anaya, that would never have happened.
Like I feel like Bryce has been pretty intentional with Trinity. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like the two times I actually have seen him deviate from that connection is the two
Mm-hmm.
times where I feel like there was a conversation brought up where I could tell it made him feel insecure. Like the first
Mm-hmm.
time when he was just like, yeah, I think the age thing does bother her. Like, I think she's not saying it, but I think it does because she
Mm-hmm.
had brought it up. And then he goes and decides to go on green. And then this
Mm-hmm.
time, same thing. They have the conversation. She's just like, do you like me? Are you sure you like me? You're not that touchy. Are you sure you like me? Okay. Because she didn't even
Yeah.
say in that conversation what she's been saying, which is, I'm really starting to fall. Well, maybe she did. Maybe she did. But I just feel like there's a lot of miscommunication between them. And so it's just so
Mm-hmm.
like frustrating because I'm just like, I think you guys like each other. Just like relax.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think with Bryce, he also didn't like the fact that Trinity was comparing them to the other couples. And he did point this out. I'm like, why are you comparing yourself to these other couples? Because they're all a hot freaking mess. I mean, other than Casey and
Well,
Naya,
I feel like Casey and I and
yeah,
Zach and Kata are good. And I think maybe that was her blueprint because Kata's like her best friend in the villa. And
maybe.
Casey and Kata and Zach are very touchy feely.
Okay, okay, I can see that. And she clearly likes that. But I think a
Yeah.
part of the reason why maybe Bryce is not that way because he's just like, does she really?
I I honestly
Yeah.
think he is a slow burn. Like
Mm-hmm.
because he's a bit of an awkward guy. Like I just
Mm-hmm.
think he has to be comfortable with you before he's just like going to do whatever he thinks in the moment. Right now, I think he's
Mm-hmm.
being a little bit careful and just trying to make sure she's comfortable because I think he's an intentional type of guy, and I think he's very much an empath in the sense that I think he does take. I think he's very like sensitive. When he says sensitive, I think he really meant that shit. If you
Right.
notice, he keeps talking about connections, building. Because even when he's at one point, he's talking to Sincere about Melanie, he's just like, "Yeah, you'd be crazy to leave that for this new connection when you've spent so much time, even knowing that shit is toxic and he has seen it. Clearly, he puts value into like building things, and I think
Mm-hmm.
that's a part of his age.
Yeah,
So
that's true. And actually, when it comes to the age thing, Trinity, I think, is probably more mature than some of the older girls in the house. I'm just like, she is
I think she
very
communicates pretty
level-headed,
decent.
is very that I am proud of her. And like, she's only 22, and so she has been. I think she's been very clear.
Well, I don't know
And
about clear because she's telling everybody but
yeah, it
him that she likes
clear.
him. But
Yeah, well, but I think also she is guarded,
yeah,
and
I
rightfully
think she's
so.
unsure. I think they're insecure. That's why she keeps asking everybody else, "What's the tea? Does Bryce really like me? How does Bryce feel
Hmm.
about me?" Like I think that is a
Hmm.
sign of being 22 and probably on the show, like where you're asking everybody else what they think about your relationship or how instead of you figuring out what's going on in your relationship.
Right.
But
And I think also like after Bryce pulled Kate, and of course Kate like, "Hey, I'm just interested in being friends. I think you're a great guy, but it's just this is never going to be more than just a friendship." And then while they were talking, of
wait,
course,
go back because you didn't talk about because Bryce actually pulls. So he pulled Trinity first, but he pulls
pulled
Zach.
Casey.
He pulls Zach. No, Bryce pulls Zach
Oh,
to tell him, and he laughs in his face. I'm like,
yes,
damn,
that's true.
harsh.
Yes, I forgot to talk about that. Yes. So, because he didn't take it serious, and it's just like I said, he's put in the doubts in Bryce's mind, but I didn't. Yeah, I don't think he thought he was going to try and pull Kata, because of course everything that happened when she came in as the bombshell,
Mm-hmm.
uh, that night when he was cuddled up with Kata and kind of had to be on the other side of the bed by himself. So I was just like, but he's like, yeah, she is still my number two. I just want to make sure there's absolutely no possibility there, which, like I said, I
I
think a
feel like
part of
he
it,
should have known that from the first encounter, but hey, I get that he needed to explore
yeah,
something, I suppose. But I was
yeah,
like,
and I think he was forced
Bryce, don't
to
you know that
explore
she's not
something.
interested? Like, she's not
Yeah,
interested. Okay.
correct.
I guess he wanted, hey, listen, if he feels like he wanted to test the connection, he tested it. we'll get to what happens into season episode 9, but he tested it. She, Trinity was not happy. She was upset. The conversation did go left. The conversation with Zach didn't go great either. But I think with the conversation with Zach, it was interesting to me because I understood like where Zach is coming from, because there is no scenario where he leaves this exploring, like, feeling good. Like, at the end of the day, now he knows that, like, this guy, like, his friend, like, if he could have anybody else in the villa, it'd be your girl.
Right.
And then, and if he does get what he wants and, like, talks to Bryce, then now their dynamic has been damaged and the friendship has been damaged. So it's...
Yeah.
He was in a lose-lose situation for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it ended the way it did, because he does talk to Kate.
It did make things awkward, but I feel like as long as him and Trinity are good, I don't care about him being friends again with Zach. I don't care.
Yeah. So
as long as him and Trinity were cool, I was cool.
So yeah, it ends. Yeah, me too. And so we'll get into so Kate and Bryce have the conversation, and I honestly am like, damn, he takes rejection really well. He took rejection really well. I was like, good for you.
I think that's part of maturing, because it's just like, you're not going to be, there's nothing that anything is wrong with you. It's just like, you're just not someone's cup of tea, and that is perfectly fine. You're like, I don't like everyone, so everyone's not going to feel that way about me, because I don't feel that way about everyone. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with someone.
Yeah, I just think it just means you're probably not used to it, but they get humbled on the show. It's okay. Everybody they get humbled on the show. That's all right. It happens, right? And then so that same evening, what's going on? Bea and Gabriel talk, because he does tell her about him kissing both bombshells, and the girls freak out, and then Melanie also tells about sincere kissing, so they're all like screaming and making a scene. I was like, y'all doing a lot. All right.
Yeah.
So then, everybody, and that's pretty much all that happened that night. And then going into bedtime, I just want to point out, because what I have, you're not dating them, Kenzie. But she was just like, I'm just not used to dating two guys. I'm like, you're not dating them. No, you're on love.
Yeah. you're getting to know people.
This is just lock in.
Yeah. I was like, this is pretty much like texting. That's all you're doing. Texting.
Yeah, I was just. And then what happened? Trinity and Bryce, you could tell she was upset. She had put that pillow between them. I was like,
oh, they took a step back, which she was angry. And I was like,
she was upset. But I like that Bryce was like, hey, look, I'm sorry. Can we talk about it in the morning? And then I don't know what he was said, but she was just like, yeah. And then for whatever reason, she let him remove the pillow from in between them, and so they did cuddle and kiss goodnight. So
they did, yeah.
They seemed pretty happy to me. I was like, oh, well, y'all look pretty.
A little bump in the road.
Yeah, it was like, it was just a little bump in the road. I'm fine with it. I'm gonna forgive you, Bryce. It might happen again. Casa Amor is probably gonna be their next test. If you ask me, I'm pretty sure they're locked in until Casa Amor for sure. So I'm happy with it. But and then Corbin and Kenzie get freaky up on them sheets. I was like,
allegedly. I won't put that on them without.
Baby, my mouth don't
I
hang
think
open.
They were.
And I don't bite I don't hang my mouth open and bite my finger when I'm just sleeping. So.
Yeah, that's true. It's
fine. It happens. It's Love Island. I'm pretty sure, Melanie and Sincere been getting freaky up under them sheets too. So have fun. Really Bay and Gabe.
You're right.
Actually.
They should just have fun. Yeah, absolutely.
Fun. I mean, some like other seasons they be like going all the way. Actually, last season you don't even know. One girl caught two bodies on the season. I was like, damn.
Right. Okay, girl. No, I'm not mad at it, but
I was a little with the second one, but she was a little forceful. She was a little like, I don't know. It was weird.
Okay.
Anyways, that's a whole nother conversation for another day. We're not going to talk about that girl. So the morning time comes. Gabriel actually does straight up tell the guys that he is more physically attracted to Jen than Bea. I was like, damn. But I always felt like it was more of a like a emotional connection between them. I feel like they have
Mm-hmm.
something, like he is attracted to her and they have a foundation. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
just sexual. And I think with him, that's going to be something that he needs, but I don't think he's going to like take that seriously right now where he is in his life.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, that's the kind of woman he needs. She's
Mm-hmm.
pretty, independent and pretty
Very
confident in
grounded and
herself.
honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think, and communicative and all of that good stuff. I think Bea is like a good girl. I actually
Yeah.
was kind of like on her, and now I do
And
like her.
she didn't go in full crash out when Gabriel said like, "Hey, I kissed both of them." She
Yeah,
didn't.
but
She's like,
yeah,
"Okay."
exactly. And she made sure he knew it wasn't making her happy. She did not like
Mm-hmm.
it, but she did not freak
Mm-hmm.
out on him. So, like, good for
Exactly.
her. She did a good
Yeah.
job with
She
that.
did handle it very maturely.
Yeah,
So I
and
did
then
like that.
oh yeah, and then Kenzie did confirm yeah, because she said they,
Okay.
physically they're a match. I was like, okay, because obviously
Okay.
that's that. Um,
Okay.
yeah, and I overall just hope that Bryce and Trinity get back together because I think they do talk that morning and they have a good conversation.
Can we
Um,
talk about that conversation real quick
yeah, yeah.
about the morning? So of course, says, "I'm sorry. I just needed to make sure there was no doubts in my mind." Uh, and he goes, and once again, he's looking for reassurance. Are you into me? And he's just like, I feel like it, he was trying to say, hey,
Oh
I
yeah,
know I'm
okay.
not your type. And she's just like, hello. And I love the fact she's like, hey, the fact that we're two different races,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course there's going to be, and I'm
nuances with
I'm
it.
telling you that I'm into you. And, it's
Well,
just
she's trying to
like,
say like you have the same fear I do. How do you think I
hmm
feel? And
exactly.
what I have seen in my past is that yes, you'll go for this person, but the
Mm,
moment something comes along that makes you feel more comfortable, that's the direction you
hmm
go in, which is I think
right.
why she's consistently asking for reassurance.
Right. And I feel like, yes, I love that she said, like, hey, if some brunette comes in here, are you going to still be interested in me? And I love that she pointed that out and made it known. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, the same fear that you have, I have the same fear. So maybe we should just, just trust each other and just continue to explore.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think, like I said, Bryce, I think just really needs lots of words of affirmation. And that's what he needs to constantly hear it says, I'm into you, I like you, da da da. And where Trinity is a
Both of them
person
need
that,
it. Both of them need it.
and I think she needs it through him being more physically affectionate, which I did notice a little bit more affection, especially at the end of episode 9, because she was very emotional, and I felt like he
He was
did,
there. Yeah, he was definitely there for
there for
her.
there and comforted her, and so I did like that. So I hope to see him continue to be there for her in that way that she likes.
And agree that she does the same for him because that's the way the
Yes,
connection's gonna grow.
absolutely,
Yeah, because
absolutely,
I
yeah.
think he's very intentional, and I think he'll be able to deliver on what she's looking for. I think
Hmm.
it's just a matter of making sure he's assured to be comfortable in doing that for her. Yeah.
Right,
So,
absolutely.
and then so that's kind of the Bryson Trinity of it all in this episode. They make up, and
Hmm.
so
Between 8 and 9, yeah,
yeah. And
yeah.
so going into the Soul, Melanie, and Sincere of it all. So
Hmm.
that evening they do have Soul and Jen talk, or that was in the evening. It was in the afternoon, or in the morning. Sorry, they talk, and so Kenzie does tell Soul like she's there for her, and I can tell you can tell they're not being that nice to her. They're very
Hmm.
isolating of Soul. And Jen, I don't ever see her, so I can't tell how she's feeling.
Yeah, I've made this point very clear. She is a non-factor for
Like,
me. She's just
but I
like an
feel
extra
bad. I feel
body.
like, damn, I'm sure she has something
I
to her, and
don't.
why don't they not
I'm
feature?
sure. I
Like,
just we haven't
damn.
seen it. We haven't seen it.
Yeah, and so I'm hoping
That's
that's
too
what
bad.
happens. So, but overall, I feel like they have been a bit very not the very nice to these girls. So
Hmm.
I'm like, dang, I'm glad Kinsey did it, but a part of me is like, did you do it just because Melanie came for your man, and you just want to make I just felt like I was
Mm-hmm.
like, are you really being sincere about this? Are you actually just trying to, you know, a friend, enemy of my enemy is my friend, like type shit. Like,
No, I
as
think
much as Kenzie says
honestly,
that she's cool, I don't think Kenzie's
mm,
cool. I think she's gonna hold a grudge against Melanie for that, for sure.
I mean, I don't think so. I really do think that Kenzie is, she is a sweet
Genuine.
girl. Yeah, I think she's a sweet girl, and she sees that she's still is clearly distressed, and so she's just like, I've been there.
She picked
I
up on
felt
it.
that. Yeah, I think she just picked up on the distress she was feeling, and I think she's an empathetic and sweet girl. And she was just like, "Hey, I don't want you to feel alone." And I think she just felt sorry for
Well,
her
good.
and
I'm glad she
coming
did it.
into
Even
that dynamic.
if she was sincere or not, I'm glad she did it just because of the fact that she needed it. You could tell the girl needed it. So I was
Hmm.
like, yeah, I just don't like to see people isolated. I hate that, in fact. So Melanie
Right.
and Sincere then talk.
Hmm.
Sincere's,
All he did was lie.
he's so weak. Like, I don't know if he's just like weak because he's just so weak to his like physical needs, but he's weak. He
Hmm.
just he's a flip flopper. He back and forth. You telling Soul, I want to explore you. I want to explore you. And then Melanie's like, hey, do you want to explore her? No. What? You just told that girl you want to explore her. So
Hmm.
you do want it. Why
Hmm.
are you telling this girl you don't want to explore her? So he tells her no. They have this whole conversation, and then immediately he pulls Soul for a chat and was
Yeah.
kissing her down up in there. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, so I was like, Sincere, I'm sick of you.
Hmm. He absolutely dropped to the bottom of my list with episode 8 and 9 because I felt like he was just moving absolutely horrendously.
He has
I
to
just
choose, yeah.
like, yeah, it's just like, I understand.
I
But
think a
I think
day and
if
a
he was
half.
honest and like, hey, I like our connection, but I feel like I'm having a connection with her too. So I want to explore both. That's all you had to say.
Exactly. I think he just does not
You're
want to
not
do
really
that.
boyfriend and
He
girlfriend. You're
does
not
not want
really
to do
boyfriend
that.
and
And
girlfriend.
I think he's used to being able to acting like with girls that he's all in and they don't get to talk to each other.
Mm,
I think he's very
yeah.
used to that, making girls feel like
Yeah.
he is all in. He's
Mhm.
very good as like, cause even I'm watching and I know he's playing these girls, and as he's talking to them, and I was like, he looks so sincere. He looks so genuine and sweet. He really does. Like,
Right.
I'm just like, damn, you're dangerous. You are dangerous. Like,
Very.
you're dangerous.
Very.
Like,
Because the
I
way
much
he
prefer me
lying.
a Corbin any
Hmm.
day, or a Gabe. At least I know what you're after.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
with him, he gonna make you feel like you're the only one. You're so special. He loves you so much, and he's doing the exact same thing with somebody else at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, it's
And
like,
can we talk about, since we're talking about sincere Melanie and Soul, can we talk about like, so Melanie and sincere have a talk and he's reassuring her, I just want you, yada yada yada. He picks her up and she's just like, I got my man, ha ha ha, na 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 boo boo kind of
that was in
thing.
episode 9, though, right?
That was an episode. I think,
We're in episode
we can
8.
talk about both. I think
Okay.
we can talk about both. I just I guess I want to just touch on each couple and what happened to them between both episodes just to kind of, and then we can just finish with the final recoupling. But I just wanted to touch on, I felt like it's almost like with Melanie when she said that it wasn't necessary. And I felt like it was almost like, oh, I won, you lost, and shoving it in her face. I'm just like, I don't think that
Well,
sincere that's much of a prize, but sure, okay, go ahead. Because
yeah.
he's gonna turn
Well,
around and
because
tell
that's
her
why I want
totally
to go in
something
order.
totally
Because now I
different.
can't remember what happened between those two times. Because I'm sure there's, yeah. I think we should go. I think we should go in order.
Okay, all right,
just
go
just
ahead.
because again, I feel like if I don't, then we're gonna end up missing things about these situations where the content. If you're not watching like us, you're not gonna understand the continuity of it all and like how
Okay.
like the days are progressing. So
Mm-hmm.
but we'll get to it. Like, I promise, we'll get to it. I definitely think that Melanie is definitely the type of girl that's gonna rub it in your face. Like,
Mm-hmm.
And you're right, because at the end of the episode 9, she does say like, I don't want to fight anymore. So she knows that she's being dramatic about the whole situation. So
being catty,
yeah.
for
So
sure.
during the
Yeah.
day, again, and then Melanie gets upset. So she ends up pulling Corbin as a lick back, I'm sure, because he just pulled Soul. So she grabs Corbin. They go talk. I always figured that they were each other's type. They seem like, as far as what I saw online, as far as what Corbin's type is, his exes, like Melanie does fit the bill. So I was like, okay, I could see that. She said that he was her type on paper from the beginning. So at the end of the day, I was kind of excited to see I think they should explore it. They should. Like, they're each other's type. And yeah, so, and the thing about it is, I think Corbin went ahead and asked for that kiss because Kenzie kissed Caleb. I mean, he probably would have asked anyways.
No, yeah, he would have asked anyways.
Yeah,
he's kissing everybody.
I think he felt justified more so in it because of that.
But here's the thing: why are you mad when you kissed Jen and Soul? So why are you mad that she kissed Caleb?
He didn't kiss Jen and Soul outside of the challenge. He never did.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He didn't.
Yeah. Corbin hasn't gone for... Remember, he was the one that said he's got to be like... And like, he has to really think about his decision, and everybody should think about their decision. And then when he, like, by the time I think he realized that neither one of them were really trying to go for him, he was just like, no, I'm not going to pursue that. So he said to her, I'm not going to pursue it. And that's when she ended up kissing, that same night she kissed Caleb. So I think that's what kind of made him a little bit hurt. So, yeah, I think at the end of the day, for Kenzie to be upset about that situation, sorry, I'm skipping ahead. But yeah, so Melanie and them talk. He asked for a kiss. Melanie says no. I don't think Melanie
he
had
has
any
to talk
intention
to
of kissing that man ever.
No, he didn't. He said that I gotta check in with Kenzie and Sincere before.
But I don't think she wanted to.
I don't think so either.
Well, I think she just wants to make sure she preserves her friendship, and she does like Sincere. At the end of the day, she likes Sincere. I mean, she did make out with Corbin in that challenge, like, how many times? So, like,
unnecessarily.
When there's an opportunity, she feels like it's like she can get away with it, she's gonna do it. So that's my only thing with that. But then so then he's always trying to kiss someone, which is just crazy. Melanie storms up there. Yeah, so then when she comes back down, so they're done with their conversation. So then when she comes back down, she's super upset because there you go. So this is giving more context of like maybe why she'd be throwing this shit in like this girl's face. So then when she comes back from her conversation, Soul and Sincere are still kiki kaka up in the top, and they talking about they've been there all day, and she's just like, he's not even looking to see where I'm even at. They've been up there all day, and she's upset. She is just, this is not what you just told me before you went and had this conversation with this girl. You just told me this same morning that that was no longer going to happen, and you were done kissing this girl, and then here you go again, right? So I think there was a bit of animosity with what happened that day, which is why, fast forward to that evening, Melanie probably was a bit like
hot.
Lick that bitch. So what happens there? So Sincere and Bryce talk. Bryce, because Sincere made both the girls breakfast that morning,
which he didn't have to do.
I'm just like, if you're saying you're not really trying to explore her, why are you making her breakfast?
He didn't need to do that. Caleb could have done that like he did the morning before.
Exactly.
That was unnecessary.
He still wants her to feel like I'm still trying to pursue you, and then try to do it sneaky behind Melanie's back that he even gave this girl breakfast.
And he's just like, I tried. And I was just like,
I'm just like, you didn't even want to, and you're not, so there you go. Already, you know what you're doing is not the best choice. Otherwise, you wouldn't be hiding it. Most of the time when they're making breakfast for two girls, they're up in their makeup room and they're all getting dressed, and you bring both plates to the girl. Now, you bring the plate to the girl you like first. Like the one you like the most, you bring her the plate first. So I'm just like, boy, like, have you not watched Love Island before? Like, you're about to mess yourself up. Yeah. Breakfast is how you're supposed to show you like somebody.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay. So Bryce basically tells him, yeah, that was crazy. You shouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
Like, but I actually really was surprised that Bryce wants him to still stick it out with Melanie. Were you not? I was surprised. But that also makes me confirm Bryce puts a lot into like conversation time and the foundation of a relationship. Clearly, he puts a lot into that.
Here's the thing. It's not it's not that I don't think that Bryce and Melanie. I'm not Bryson. I'm getting these people confused. It's not that I don't think Sincere and Melanie can't make things work. It's just they're always trying to get litbacks on each other. Mm-hmm. They're always trying to get revenge instead of being mature adults and talking it out. Hey, this is what I'm feeling. This is where I'm at. But then again, it would make good television. So,
you know what? Yeah,
I think that's a part of it
too.
too.
Timeline a bit. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's okay. It's a lot.
Yeah, so I messed up the timeline. So really, what happens in the beginning of 8 is a conversation with Trinity and Bryce where they talk about. Well, she says she wants him to be more affectionate. And that's the conversation that goes left. I skipped way ahead. So everything we talked about happened in episode 9.
Honestly, that's the episode that I felt like. Because episode 9 was like an hour and like almost 2 hours long. Yeah. Hour and 40 minutes. So and I think, honestly...
Because episode 8 is when I was really upset with Zach. Because I'm like, throughout the whole episode, she keeps trying to say how much she likes Bryce, yet you keep feeding this man that he does not like her, or she does not like him.
So, right. So I think episode 8, really honestly,
episode 8 ends with Bryce and Trinity talking and then walking away from each other. That's how episode 8
starts. Right. And then it starts 9 with them having the actual Kata and him actually having a conversation. Honestly, episode 8 was kind of, felt like more like I said, I felt like something happened and they were scrambling, and then I'm just like, episode 8, I was just like, okay, that could have been, we could have skipped that, but episode 9 is where all the juice is at. So that's what, because we have a challenge. I want to talk about the challenge.
Okay. So yeah, because I think we kind of covered everything. Because yeah, and Sincere and Bryce talk. That's when Bryce and Sincere are talking. Is when Bryce kind of says like, I might explore something else. Yeah. And then that's when Bryce pulls Zach, tells him he wants to pull Kata. And that's when he's shocked. And then he pulls Trinity at the end of episode 8. They end it. Oh, because I wanted to bring up, because when he told her, Trinity's face, when he was like, how are you feeling? She goes, I'm not fucking with it.
I'm glad she said it.
I'm not fucking with it.
I'm glad she said it. Yeah. I'm glad she said it.
Look at her eyes. I was like, Bryce is a little scared. Bryce was like, okay.
He needs to be.
Yeah, won't you look?
Just a little bit.
Little black woman got a little spice to us, honey.
Yeah. She's a sensitive gangster.
Yeah, no, she really is.
She really is.
Yeah,
and I like that.
I think she can go there. So same thing. I feel like, yeah, I guess people don't want to compare her and Elandria, and they're not alike. But
no, I don't think
they're not alike. But I could see like the country girl from the small southern town. Yeah, I think she's from her southernish town. You know, just not being exposed to as many people that don't look like her.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so opens up with Melanie. So actually, episode 9 actually opens up with Melanie and Sincere talking, and Sincere apologizes to her for all the long morning conversation he had with Soul, and that's when he's just like, I'm cutting it off. I'm completely locked in on you, and that's when he carries her away. To your point, and says, and she's like, I got my man back.
And she goes, nah. Yeah.
I was like, well.
Yeah, girl. He's not that much of a prize, but whatever.
I mean, he is.
He's good looking, but he a dog. Same way I don't think Gabriel's a prize either.
Have gone for him. I mean, he's fine. But
yeah.
I feel like for me,
he's trouble. Like, he's fine, but he's trouble.
I might hook up with you one night.
Yeah. Like I said, he's fine, but he's trouble. And honestly, sometimes I don't think he's worth the squeeze is not worth the juice with him, because I'm just like,
the juice is not worth the squeeze. You said the squeeze.
Whatever. Whatever.
Well, kind of. I mean, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like you're putting a lot of work for something, and I'm like,
Girl, when Sincere said that he feels like him and Melanie are like co-pilots, and they keep making all these pit stops before they get to their final destination, I was like, crash the car, crash the car, crash it.
you
Like
mean crash
somebody
the
needs to go
plane?
in and crash it. Like
Oh
it's gonna
yeah.
crash now. You might as well just get the crash over with because it's gonna burn, and it's clear that now his agenda is to make it to the final with her. That's what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Soul's the pit stop. Sadly, Soul's the
Oh.
pit stop. He's not.
Honestly,
He's not
I
feeling Soul
really
like that.
like Soul. I
I really
really
like
like
Soul too.
Soul.
He's not feeling Soul like that. He's just not. He's not.
Mm.
He's Soul is fun. She has some
Yeah.
big. I mean, this is not how I equate Soul. Obviously, I think she seems like a beautiful woman,
Mm-hmm.
a beautiful face, banging body, and seems to have a really sweet personality from what I've seen. But that's not how he sees her. He sees Melanie as his girl. Soul is the
Mm-hmm.
side chick.
Yeah.
That's how he's looking
And
at
I,
it, and it's
honestly,
bullshit.
I would have moved different if I'd seen this part. But
What
I don't
part?
know who I would have put her. This everything
Oh
that's
yeah, and I
how
was gonna say
Sincere is
that because
moving.
the app crashed. Technically, we should have seen the recoupling at the end of the night where Bryce and Trinity like walked away from each other. We should have seen the
Mm.
recoupling that night.
Yeah.
That was the same night the recoupling should have happened. And
Yeah.
I think had that episode of had we seen all of that, we might
Mm-hmm.
not have voted the way we did. I don't know if I would have voted Sincere and Soul because I don't mind he's a
Yeah.
dick.
Yeah. Okay, I
I
didn't want
probably
to
would
do
have
that
put
to her.
I would probably put Soul with Corbin because that's the only person I
Yeah.
can see her with. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
was not happy with him at all. So
Yeah. Yeah.
he can kick rocks. Anaya running around talking to everybody, talking to Corbin, trying to talk about Kenzie's situation. I'm like, get out of everybody's business, Anaya. Get out of everybody's
Girl,
business.
you need to focus on KC.
Yeah. And then Zach pulling KC, trying to like get a new bet, like talking about his bestie and how upset he was and the way Casey reacted. I was like, Casey, stop. This is Love
Mm-hmm.
Island. This is not Friend Island. I hate when people say that, but it's not Friend Island. You should
Yeah.
be like exploring stuff,
Exploring.
and that means like your best friend. I met you a week ago.
Yeah.
You're not my best friend. You're the person I talk to the most because I have a very limited amount of
Honestly,
people
I
here.
think Zach thinks he's better than everyone. I'm just like, oh,
Maybe
pumping
because he does
bricks.
have not only,
Pumping bricks.
and it might be because of the Brits. I don't know about that. I never heard that. So, but I know for sure, like maybe because he's like almost like a nepo baby because of his brother being on the episode
Yes,
before.
I
Maybe
think
he
so.
thinks he has like the playbook, and because
Mm-hmm.
he does when Bryce tells him, he literally says it over and over again, like, "Damn, okay, damn, okay."
Mm-hmm.
Damn, okay. He just keeps saying that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, he's upset. He's
Yeah.
upset. He's pretty upset.
Yeah. But here's the thing: if he had been more encouraging and been a better friend, it might not have happened.
That's why I said karma's a bitch because he definitely got his little karma with what he did for sure. Because I was like,
Yeah.
you definitely screwed yourself because
Yeah.
I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know why he didn't know that. Like, well, who else would Bryce have chosen if it wasn't you?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kata.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't understand that. So
Right.
what was the next? Yeah. So Anaya, then Zach, Casey had the convo. Bryce and Kata talk. That's why I said like he definitely takes rejection well. He took it great. It definitely your theory and what people are saying on the internet does make sense. Like maybe he never was super intentional about it. Maybe this was just like checking a box from what the producers
Mm-hmm.
wanted him to do. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
because I know obviously they're trying to make a show. Trinity and Bryce seem to have like a people are following them, so the
Mm-hmm.
producers might be like, we need to start a little trouble with them and see if they, because people are paying attention to that couple.
Can bounce back. Yeah.
Yeah, people are paying attention, and I think the producers probably picked up on that.
Right.
Yeah, the Christopher. Yeah, so the bedtime. That's actually when the whole Bryce apologizes. Trinity, they have so all that happens then.
Yeah.
And then Melanie and Sincere are cuddling in bed.
Yeah.
Of course they are. Like, of course they are. Then the morning comes.
the morning comes, Trinity and Bryce have their conversation. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Then
Kata and Melanie
Melanie.
talk, which is surprising because I'm like, okay, so they have gotten closer, even though they had that
Mm-hmm.
issue in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sincere and oh no, she had that issue with not Kata, she had it with Bea. Sincere and
Mm-hmm.
Bryce talk. So Sincere did too much with the breakfast. We talked about that. Bryce and Trinity talks about that. Corbin and Kenzie finally talk. The fact that Kenzie is really trying to sit there and try to put Corbin in his place was crazy to me. What do you think about that? I was like, you're insane.
Exactly. I'm like, girl,
I was like, you just did it.
you
You
clearly
just
are
did it.
exploring some, yeah, you're clearly exploring something else. And here's the
Yeah.
thing, because she's exploring something else and there's clearly something there, and you know it's a fan vote, and America is going to be voting, you know, Corbin knows he's vulnerable.
Well,
So
she
he
doesn't. They
has,
don't know. They don't know America's voting on anything. They have no idea. Only we know that.
well,
They don't know that.
that or the bombshells are going to be picking who they want to
Yeah.
be with.
Yeah.
Either
Yeah.
way, Corbin knows he's vulnerable.
Yes.
So either
He
the
knew.
girls are
Yes.
picking, or the bombshells were picking, or based on previous history, America's gonna vote. Let's be honest, Corbin knows he's vulnerable. As
Yeah,
soon
I
as that
think he
boy
knows.
walked in, he knew. And so for him not to explore other connections, which it's insane.
Yeah,
Because
it
we're just
doesn't
like, you
make
don't want to
sense. And
leave.
I feel like for whatever reason, Kenzie feels like everybody else should be just kind of, she's the center and everybody should just be orbiting around her and trying to adjust based off of what she wants. I'm like, cause
That's not how that
it's
works.
the way she treated Zach when he decided he wanted to explore something. And now it's the way
Mm-hmm.
you're treating Corbin when he decides he wants to explore something. I'm like, and then even how upset she was with Melanie. Cause I'm just like, girl, do you think that these guys are going
And
to be
plus,
exclusively talking to
and
you?
and let's be honest, we all know Melanie not going nowhere. That was never a threat. It was never a threat. What
Yeah,
was I
they
gonna
were.
say?
That's
Melanie and Corbin were
Melanie's
never
the
a
cash
threat.
cow of this season. They ain't getting rid of that. The
Then I
sincere
reckon.
Melanie of it all, that is the cash
Hmm.
cow of the season, honey.
Yeah, they're not getting rid of them
Yeah, like
for
I
sure.
think
You're
between
right.
them and Bryce and Trinity, like those couples are too popular at this point. I think Casey and Anaya have a pretty good following as well, so
Hmm.
they're going to. I don't know if they'll stick around, but they have a good following.
Yeah,
They're kind of boring. I like them. They had a couple conversations this last episode. I do like them. I just think they're a little boring. That's it.
yeah, for
They're
sure.
cute though. I like the one thing I'll always cheer for is black love, black excellence,
Mm.
and I feel like they have that. So
Yeah,
I'm okay to see.
they're
I'm okay to keep them on the island, but they're
yeah,
not giving much, except for
yeah.
opinions on other people's
Mm.
relationships.
Exactly. But Casey did do the big one when Melanie was trying to interrupt Soul and Sincere.
Girl,
He's just like, "Where are you going?" He goes to the glam room. He's like, "No, you're not. Come back down."
no, he
And
ruined it.
he saved
I was
her.
like, let it go. Let it
No,
go.
he saved her. Casey was just like,
Mm.
"Please." He's just like, "No, it's not a good idea.
I
Don't
bet
do
the
it."
producer's like, shit, damn it.
Exactly.
Because I'm
Exactly.
like, I wanted to see it, honey.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you're
I
not going to
felt.
like what you see.
Mm-hmm.
Then what?
Yeah. So
Mm.
yeah. Casey and I are, yes, they're boring, but they seem like a good couple. But
I actually like Kenzie and Corbin, though. I actually like Kenzie and Corbin.
I don't, I don't.
They seem,
That's why,
I
that's
thought
why I
their
split them up.
conversation was pretty mature.
No, no.
No,
That's why I split them up when I voted. No,
I don't mind
no,
them.
no.
And I actually really don't see anybody with Kenzie. I don't know. But I like her. She's growing on me,
Mm.
too. A lot of people started growing on me in this episode, actually. Everybody but Zach.
Okay, here's the thing. So Jen, she need to go. You're boring. She gotta go. She
Nothing
has
burger.
got
I think
to
Jen
go.
and Zach should get together. Just
What?
and sail away. I like Kata,
No.
but I think Kata needs somebody else because I like Kata and I want her to really find somebody she can like make it with long term. And I don't think that
Hmm.
Zach's that guy. He lives
I don't think so
overseas.
either.
I don't
Oh,
think
he
he's
lives
looking
in
for
England?
forever. I don't feel like he is. I don't know. I want
Mm.
her to. I hope a bombshell comes in and that shakes that up, and it's something that's a little bit more compatible for what she's looking for in her future.
Okay.
Because I like
That would
her,
be,
not because I don't
yeah.
want her to have the man she wants. I mean, honestly, if it
Hmm.
works, it works. But I hope she gets what she deserves.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like her.
So
Her personality is great.
so yeah, episode 9. I think we have to talk about the challenge.
Yeah, we're gonna go into the challenge. So yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
Bryson, I was gonna just talk about Bryson Zach clearing the air. I thought that was funny. At least they cleared the air. Because Bryce
Yeah.
was like, I think it's really stupid actually that we're actually being awkward.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, this is the show.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can go into the challenge.
So with the challenge, they have girls on one side, guys on the other
You got to talk
side,
about the guest stars, the guest hosts.
and so the guest host, which is you got to
Sierra
tell me
and
these people's name.
Teffy.
I don't know who Teffy is, but Sierra, you have made me very familiar with her. She's from Summer House, so they're
Teffy's
going
a
to be
podcaster. I
hosting.
guess a really famous podcaster.
So
Apparently.
they came in, and Sarah Ariana, the what's the name of the host? Ariana.
Not to host the
Ariana?
challenge. Just the two
No, no,
girls.
no. But instead of the normal host, what's her name?
Ariana. Ariana.
Ariana. They had them two come in to host this challenge. And I guess they're going to be the host of
After Sun. I'm gonna watch that
uh,
here in a little bit.
yeah. So they came in, they were like, "Hey, we're gonna get to see how the Islanders feel about each other." So what they do is they ask questions and they
Sweetest part.
yeah, so they either kiss the person or they put a pie in their face depending on what the question is. Um,
So, well, it's guys on one side, girls on the other. So they ask a question. Either it's a nice question or a mean question. If it's a mean question, they pick the person they want to pie.
mm-hmm.
And then if it's like a nicer question, they pick the person they want to kiss from the opposite
Right.
team.
Okay, so with this particular challenge, there are clearly questions that were left out.
Yeah,
Because I did notice, even though I did not see her get pied once with the questions that were asked, I did see pie on Trinity's face. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, you were clearly cutting out some questions, and then Soul broke down because she got a pie in the face towards the end of the challenge. I think she only had gotten pied one other time that we
they
actually
pied her
saw.
Twice that we saw in the show, and the question that
Right.
they pied her on was likely to ghost you and then break girl code. So,
so on the second one, she shielded her face and then she broke down. She goes, she's like, I'm sick of it. I don't want to be here anymore. So you can clearly tell, and then Bia cuts in and says, "Hey, I get why she's crying. These guys are ganging up on her, and let's be honest, a lot of these pies should have been for Melanie, not for her." And I realized, oh, there's a lot more questions that were being asked. She was being pied a lot more than what we were seeing on television.
Yeah.
And I thought, and she clearly they were ganging up on her. And I was just like,
okay, listen, I think she should have been. If she's upset, I get that she's upset and she should have her feelings. I'm totally fine with that. But I'm like, none of these questions, like ganging up is a rough thing. Cause I'm just like, she's not being bullied. She's doing a show and the questions are their questions. Nobody's going to like being pied in their face for any of these questions. I think she was more so feeling insecure. Well, I can't decide what it was, but I
here's
think
the thing.
she got pied a lot and she didn't like it.
She got pied a lot. We don't know what the questions
got to know her, so she doesn't like.
And she's been barely there, and she's been barely there. So I don't know how you can make a lot of judgments about her when she's barely been there.
And I think that's a part of it. I think they didn't want to hurt the other girl's feelings, and they went with the persons that they didn't know as well.
They didn't do it to Jen. Or they didn't, or if it did it to Jen, then
I think she was just a easier target because she is mingling with somebody that's in a couple, and it's obvious. I think this is. And then somebody said like maybe she shouldn't have been a bombshell. Like maybe she would have been better energy as an original or OG because she's clearly a bit sensitive, and it really upset her.
Here's the thing: do you think that maybe in a way to make Melanie feel better that maybe Sincere was maybe pushing the guys to be like, okay, let's pie Soul on this one, let's pie Soul on this one?
I mean, maybe.
You think that could have been a possible? Okay,
it could have been.
Yeah,
it could have been, but I do think that the guys just mostly
they want to pie their own girl, and
Like,
yeah.
I mean, the question, and again, maybe there were some other questions that dug deeper, like
Mm-hmm.
cut deeper that we didn't see.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said,
Mm-hmm.
if it was like five, six pies, I can get it. Where she's just like, I'm tired of being pied. Why they keep picking me? These are all negative questions. Like these
Mm-hmm.
guys are not getting to know me, yet they feel like they're judging me. Because like the way she
Mm-hmm.
was just like, I am too stunned to talk. I was like, damn, she's really upset. Like.
Yeah.
And the way she pushed back off of Zach after he pied her in that face, I was like, Zach, you better watch out because that bitch look like she
Yeah.
work out.
Mm-hmm.
I think she could take you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah. So I'm not saying she wasn't justified in feeling sad and upset about the being pied and crying at all. I don't feel like the guys were trying to be hurtful. I don't think they were trying to hurt her feelings. I don't think they were trying to like single out this girl and make sure that she knew that she was shit or something. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, it is Love Island, so I guess you can't be too sensitive, but I'm just like seeing her break down.
It was sad.
It was really sad, and she took a minute. Um, so the fact that I just didn't see that coming from her. And like I said, but she's only been in the villa 48 hours, so yeah,
I mean,
or 3 days,
yeah,
or
I
how many
think
days it was.
if she's in a really vulnerable spot, I think, and it happens a lot where
Mm-hmm.
bombshells get upset and the girls gang up on them. It happens. It's happened so many times, like especially after Casa and more, and sometimes when these girls come back that these guys have
Mm-hmm.
chosen, and they might have been in the longest couple for like 4 weeks. So yeah, when they come back, these girls are not very welcoming to them.
Mm-hmm.
I think the guys definitely do a better job of it. And I think it's just happening a lot quicker with Soul. And unfortunately, right now she's by herself. Look, at least, thank God she came in with a girl. Like, at least she came in with a girl she can talk to.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Because usually it does happen where Casa, more people tend to, like, click up.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense to come in with that person.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so then Bea kisses Caleb twice in the challenge, mind you, not a choice of her own. And Gabe has the nerve to be upset. I was like, shut the fuck up, Gabe. Shut
I
up.
know.
I was like, I
know.
cannot believe this is even happening right now. I cannot believe
Yeah.
you're even trying to find him a leg to stand on. You ain't got one.
But you know what? They did comment it when they were in the glam room. I was like, the only reason he mad because he thought he was gonna get
He
kissed. And he's
definitely
like,
did.
oh,
He definitely did. He definitely thought he was about to get chosen.
Kenzie clocked that, and I was just
Yeah.
like, yeah, you're right, girl. He really
No.
thought he was gonna be getting the kiss because his girl was coming up, and Caleb got the kiss. I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
I was like, oh
Yeah, and I was like even thinking, I was like, girl, he don't remember y'all's coffee order. He just got there, so I thought that was no. Was it the coffee
Yeah.
order? Was he the coffee?
well. It was
order?
the coffee. Yeah, it was the coffee order.
I was like,
No, I don't remember. I don't remember
yeah, it
all the
was because he
questions.
said they can tell I'm genuine. I was like, nobody can tell you're genuine, Caleb. They just met you, but okay.
Exactly.
I think they just.
But they're like, we all know these other guys.
That's why it was. I feel like they chose him because Kenzie was the one kissing. That's the only reason I thought they chose him for that. Because I was like, boy, you don't even know their coffee order yet. How you remember?
Yeah.
It?
Yeah.
Thought it was weird. So yeah, and he couldn't even say exactly what it was about because in her speech she just said he was nice. Like she didn't say she was attracted to him or nothing. So I was just like, this is crazy. So then the nighttime comes. Obviously, they clean up. Nighttime comes, and then you know what it opens up with at night. Sincere talking about he want to reassure Soul. Are you joking? I was like, he is a bastard.
Exactly.
He was like, but the challenge happened and she was upset. I was like, she was upset about you. And then at least Gabe straight up told him, I think it's everything. I think she's upset about everything. I don't think it's just the challenge. Meaning, you're upsetting her, you asshole.
Yeah, because you're telling her one thing and you're showing another thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
He keeps doing that with everybody. Well, these two girls, like you have two. And then in the challenge, when they said like likely to like play two girls at the same time. And he was just like, I really don't know why I got that pie. Like, I'm being completely honest with these girls.
Yes,
like, I think he dilutes himself. I think he dilutes himself.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're scary, bro. You actually believe that you're being a good guy and you're being honest with a woman when you're clearly not. Like, I hope somebody I hope when this show
There's a
is
disconnect.
Over, I hope or movie night happens, I hope he really takes the time to reflect and look at himself, because what he's saying is bullshit. Like, you were not honest with these girls, and the fact that you actually are telling yourself you are, and telling the viewers who are watching it that you are being honest, is crazy, insane.
Right.
Oh, man, pissed me off.
Like I said, these last few episodes, he dropped all the way to the bottom. So I felt like, how do you drop a little Gabriel?
He's so fine,
and I'm
he
like,
ain't no good.
No, as far as like being a good guy, like he dropped all the way to the bottom for me.
Oh yeah, because
that's just me personally. I'm just like, how are you gonna drop below Gabriel? I can't stand that man.
Because I actually think he's a good person overall. I think he would help a stranger. I think he does want to be there for his friends. I think he would be a good person to talk to. You're a good friend. You are not a good spouse. You are not good for women to date.
Right.
And so that's why I overall, I think Sincere is a good person, I guess. I mean, yeah, you know what I mean? In that way.
Maybe just not the best in relationships.
You're not a good relationship person, and you actually believe, and because you're just normally a good guy, you dilute yourself to think that you're a good guy to these women that you would be dating, and you're not. Because you're sitting there telling Soul, you can tell me anything, pull me for a chat. And I'm like, but you're playing her behind her back. That's crazy.
And
telling Melanie you don't want to get to know her.
Else.
Say that again?
And he's telling Melanie something completely, telling her the same thing pretty much.
The exact same thing. Like, not something else. You're telling her the complete opposite. Or, the complete same thing. Anyways. Girl.
Yeah.
Girl.
So they clean up, they get to end of the night, and they're at the fire pit. So that's when they realize, okay, America voted. And all of a sudden, oh shit.
Because Soul and Sincere did have that conversation. He did pull her and talk to her before the dumping.
I don't remember.
So he pulls her, and that's when she's in the speakeasy, and then that's when she starts crying. And I'm like, damn, he didn't even try to console her physically. And that's when he tells her, like, hey, I'm here for you if you ever want to talk. I'm always here for you. But it's just weird because you could tell he had put that distance between them, and I just felt like, damn, that sucks. Like, because you go from, like, being on top of her and y'all, like, literally sitting on top of each other. Now I'm upset, and you literally give the biggest amount of space between us as possible. I thought. And then when she starts crying in front of you, you don't even...
Okay, yeah. Because I think right now, because he's made up with Melanie, he's okay. I want to, because honestly, I think part of him too is he's trying to explore Soul as a means to get back at Melanie.
Yeah,
I think that's a part of it too. And now that they've made up,
I think that is.
And she's like, and now that you've pretty much Soul has served her purpose in his mind. That's why they had that conversation. And so, and like I said, that's exactly why he's dropped to the bottom of my list as far as the guys. And so they go and they're at the fire pit. Everyone's coupled up. And Ariana is like, okay, bombshells. America has voted. They're gonna pick who you couple up with. And that's when everyone's like, oh shit. And
as soon as they saw Ariana, everybody's freaking out. Ariana straight up said, y'all don't want to see me? I feel so unwanted.
Yeah. So, and of course, instantly Sincere was consoling Melanie. No matter what happens, we're gonna make it through. Da 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 da. Yada yada yada.
I'm glad Melanie was like,
yeah. And then same thing, Corbin and Kenzie. They're like, it's fine. They were trying to console each other because I think the two of them knew that they were in danger. So the first person that...
Well, I think Ariana tells them that America is going to be deciding who the new bombshells are going to couple up with. So they instantly start shitting their pants, and then she has the bombshells come to the front. Right.
And so the first bombshell they tell is Caleb. Caleb, you're going to be with Kenzie. That leaves Corbin vulnerable. Next, they pulled Jen and said, okay, you're going to be with Gabriel, which that, like, whoa. And that completely...
Band didn't miss a beat. She moved right over.
She's like, yeah, she did. She knew what's up. And then, of course, third with Soul, I think everyone kind of already knew that it was going to be Sincere.
Sincere. Mm-hmm.
So now Melanie, B, and Corbin are now single and vulnerable. Then Ariana then drops another bomb saying that, okay, Corbin, since there are two girls, you
Mm-hmm.
get to pick which girl is saved. And so they go through and he's doing his speech and he picks Melanie. And
I mean, I knew that wasn't even a
yeah,
question.
yeah,
That
we
was
all knew
bullshit.
that was gonna happen. And Ariana checks in with Melanie. Hey, how are you feeling? She's just like, so hey, I don't want to fight with you anymore. I don't want this love triangle. Congratulations. I want you guys to be happy. Go explore this connection.
Bullshit.
And exactly.
Bullshit.
And
Y'all
I'm
gonna
just
be
like,
right up on each
oh,
other tomorrow. On
mm-hmm.
on Sunday
And
night, I know I'm about to see y'all all cuddling up on my screen. I already know.
yes. And then so, Ariana's had she goes, yeah, I've had some good conversations with Corbin. We'll see. He goes, I don't have any choice but to explore and see what's going on here. So
Right.
we'll see what happens. I don't know what the rules are once you're recoupled and all
You
that stuff,
can't. You
but
have to sleep in the bed with that person, and you can't
mm,
sleep in the bed with somebody that's not your couple. So you can
okay.
go and like sleep outside. Some people do opt to sleep outside with their couple sometimes, like in soul ties and stuff. They'll go and pull out the blankets and sleep together, but
Mm.
they can't sleep in their beds if they're not sleeping in the bed with their couple, or their couple can go sleep somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, so Soul, that's
But
what I'm telling you. Soul and Sincere in the same bed. So we'll see. Either he's gonna sleep in the bed with Soul, he's not gonna be able to help himself, and they're gonna do stuff,
hmm
or him and Melanie are gonna decide to sleep together outside at some point.
here's the thing, I'm not 100% sure, so we'll let him do anything because, like I said, she's clearly been hurt.
She said after the recoupling that she still wanted to explore him, and she still really cared, because even after they had that talk in the speakeasy right before the recoupling, she was saying how great their conversation is and how she can't help it because they connect emotionally, and their
Mm,
conversations are great. So no,
mm.
she's
We'll
definitely
see.
not checked out of
We'll
it
see what
at
we'll see
all.
what happens. We'll see what happens.
She
And
needs to be.
then yeah, and then of course I was completely shocked at how Gabriel took it. I felt like he was just like, "Oh no." And someone
You were
did point out
surprised?
I was surprised.
I
And
wasn't.
here's the thing, because I think somebody did point this out. I said maybe the reason why we don't think that they were as close as they seemed towards the end is when they were saying goodbye and they did say their goodbye in Spanish. I think
Mm-hmm.
maybe they had a lot more conversations that we didn't see, and the conversations were in Spanish because he's more comfortable speaking Spanish. Because now that I know he speaks Spanish and it looks like he speaks it very well versus Portuguese, I think
Portuguese is his
that
first language.
Portuguese is his first language. I think Spanish is his second.
Mm-hmm.
And I think English is his third language, which is why he's not very comfortable communicating in English.
And he says,
So,
like, yeah, Spanish is just closer to his native tongue, so it's easier for him.
so I think what's going on is that maybe him and B definitely had maybe more conversations we weren't privy to, and they were in Spanish.
Maybe.
And
Could be.
yeah, and so because she did say when she was packing up her stuff, she goes, "I didn't realize it was going to be that hard to say goodbye to him." And hey, maybe they'll have a connection outside. I'm not saying that that's a connection
He
that.
didn't make it seem in any way that he was planning to potentially have a connection outside with her. He's like, you're gonna have what you want. You're great. You should have it. She's just
Yeah.
like, and then she's saying, you know, he knows where to find me, but I hope he has a good time. I think she's hopeful that they will. I don't think
hmm
I don't think they will. I mean, I would. I guess to your point. I mean, I'd hope
I
to
guess
see
I'm
it
hopeful. I guess I'm
for her sake.
hopeful. We'll
But
see
I'm just like,
how
at the same
he
time,
plays
like for
out.
her sake, is that even a good thing? Like,
I
I
don't know.
don't know.
Once you're at, we'll see in the after sun. We'll see what she says, how she feels.
I hear they
It's
spilled a
only
lot of
been
tea in After Sun, like
okay.
because
So
the Sierra and the girl like made a little clip
okay, all right, perfect.
talking about Sean and
So
her when they
yeah,
stopped talking. So I was like, perfect.
yeah. So it was very emotional, and the girls definitely are going to miss Beatrice. Um,
Yeah.
and I think I'll miss her too because I felt like she was the most honest out of everyone, and she got straight to the point, and I like that about her. But yeah, that was
Right when she grew
Sean.
on me, she got
Sean,
kicked off.
yeah,
Damn.
Sean was sad, but this one I was just like, oh, some people need to take
I
back
mean,
their
it's only gonna
votes.
get harder from here. So
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, at the end of this episode, my ranking, and you can do
Mm-hmm.
yours, and then we'll get out of
Okay.
here. So
Mm-hmm.
end of episode 9, going into week 3, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
say my list for girls is,
Couples or girls?
um, well, we can do couples. You want to do couples or
Let's just
both?
do couples.
Okay,
Let's just do couples.
couples. I would say Trinity and Bryce, Kata and Zach. No, Trinity and Bryce, Casey and Anaya, then Kata and Zach, then Kenzie and Caleb, and then Corbin and, oh, I missed one. Okay. There's a
Gabriel
lot
and
more
Jen.
couples now. Okay. So yeah, my first 3 are still standing. So that was after Kata and Zach. Let's see. I go couples I think are gonna make it. Probably Kenzie and Caleb. I think. Then
That's 4.
Then Sincere and Soul, only because of Soul.
That's 5.
Then,
okay.
Honestly, I would say Corbin and Melanie. Then Gabe and Jen, because I don't know shit about Gabe and Jen.
Let's be honestly, I don't know anything about Jen, and like I said, she is a nothing burger for me. And like I said, I think the language barrier is going to be a hindrance for Gabe to get to know Jen. So yeah, unfortunately, Jen and Gabriel are the bottom. My list is exactly the same way.
Okay.
Gabriel and Jen are definitely at the bottom, and then Trinity and Bryce are at my top. Yeah, but
I actually
the way
think
you rank them,
Soul,
I rank them
I
the
think
same
Soul
way.
could maybe. I think people, because of what she's going through, Soul could win it. Honestly.
Yes,
she
if
does
she
seem like girl
gets
next door vibes. So
she does. Like I said,
really take
I
it home.
really, when we're talking, forget about Sincere. I really do like Soul. I feel like if anyone, I hope Bombshell comes in and snatches her attention. And honestly, KC maybe try to make a play for that too. So I'm not cut off from that either.
That's true. You
So
did ask to talk
yeah,
about it. That's what I'm saying. I feel like Anaya and Casey are about to get, like, it's gonna be rough when they get tested. It's gonna be a sad time. I think Anaya's gonna really get knocked off her boots for real.
Yeah, but I can see
hard.
Soul making it all the way through the end because, like I said, I really like her, and she seems mature and level-headed.
She's gonna get a lot of empathy for what she went through with what she's going through with those two. She's gonna people are gonna want to see her win and be like, damn, she doesn't deserve this. This girl seems like a sweet girl. So yeah, but, I'm Trinity and Bryce.
Yeah, so we'll see. This has only been 2 weeks, and I'm just like, okay, this gets better and better.
Yeah, it just
gets
better.
Said, it is a grueling. It is grueling schedule because it comes on Sundays, Monday, Tuesday,
and
nothing on Wednesday.
Probably reviewing it, it'd probably be easier because you could just catch up. But I mean, because the whole world watches and then puts their opinions out immediately, it's like pretty important to watch it when it comes out. Otherwise, you're gonna get spoilers. You're gonna know who gets dumped, who gets recoupled, who's done with each other before you, and things can turn so quickly in the villa. So yeah,
like I said, it was so jarring between Tuesday and Thursday. I'm like, wait a minute, something must have happened on Wednesday. I did not see.
Because Corbin's growing on me. I actually think I like Corbin.
Okay.
Think I do. And a lot of people are getting really onto him and the way he talks. And I think the cadence of the way he talks is because of he is Jamaican and he has like a first generation Americanized voice.
Yeah, you can tell.
Like he's mixing a bit of that accent. Because what did he say? And you pointed it out.
I think he's code switching.
Yeah, I think definitely he is. And he said something like, we good or something
words,
like that. Something we good.
Certain word. Yeah.
And people are like, people don't say it like that. I was like, Jamaicans do.
Yeah.
Jamaicans say it just like that.
Yeah.
He just made it more Americanized and put the ends of the words on there.
Yeah. So definitely, you can tell. I'm just like, oh, you're code switching.
I could hear
you're
it.
Trying to hide it.
Yeah. I was like, he clearly has somewhat of an accent, and it's probably gonna get better and better as he's on this island because that's how it is. Like the more when you're not around it as much, it's easier to like just fall into what you hear. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I think I've kind of grown to like him. I'm actually interested to see what happens with him and Melanie. I'm actually kind of here for it.
Yeah.
Because she don't really deserve what Sincere doing to her either.
No, she doesn't.
So she might have kissed those guys, but she did those things in challenges. Everything he's done has been outside of the challenge. So
that's true. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited. Week 2, we're pushing into week 3. So
yeah, and then we're gonna watch I'm gonna watch After Sun tonight. So if you don't watch, I'll catch you up. But
I'll watch it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then I can't wait to see what episode week 3 has in store for us. So yeah, guys, we're going to get out of here on our Saturday. You guys will be hearing this on a Sunday, but we will talk to you guys next week after the next 3 episodes. We'll have an episode on Thursday. Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, guys, we're out of here. Bye. Bye.